Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Tuesday. We're in the last week of September, and we have some chilly overnight temperatures ahead of us. I wanted to come on Facebook for our live today, talk about when you all should see your first frost this season and what areas as well. So let's jump right into it, I should say. So let's go forward with the normal first frost. So this is a map of the state of Maine and what areas should be seeing frost. It ranges from the beginning of September to the end of October. So we're looking at more so the Maine mountains seeing their first frost between September 1st and 10th. Now this is an average or a normal, I should say. So other areas, this may or may not be true. There's areas tonight and for the rest of the couple nights ahead where lows will be in the low 40s. So areas could wake up with a little bit of some patchy frost. And I know it's interesting to start talking about this as we're already in September, but like I said, some overnight lows tonight will be lingering in the upper 30s on the interior, which is really when frost conditions can overtake some small rural areas. It's interesting to be talking about this now. I feel like we just talked about the high humidity this summer, Hurricane Lee, when that was going on. So this summer in general has really flown by. What summer in general too. Looking forward though, we are expecting temperatures to be in the upper 70s and even low 80s come next weekend. So all of this will be set aside heading towards this weekend. But I want to talk about this now just in general. So here's a map of some areas. We're looking more so in mid-coast and down east Maine will not see their first freeze until mid-October. Areas like Portland, Lewiston, Augusta, Bangor as well, the beginning of October between the 1st and the 10th. Other areas south of Route 2 will see the end of September. So really this week, they could be waking up with a little bit of frost, especially if you're in upper elevation areas. And then moving forward to the last frost and freeze. So beginning at those beginning of the first to the last, they really range from the end of April to the beginning of June. So out near the coast, the Portland, Sebago Lake region, Falmouth, Cumberland County mostly will be seeing the last freeze or frost at the end of April. Areas more north, more so rooftop Maine, in the mountains up near Rangeley as well, in Coos County, just east of Coos County. Your last frost and freeze normally is the end of May, even early June. So let's take a look at lows for tonight. And this is really why I want to bring it up, is that some lows like Berlin, Rumford, you're in the mid to upper 30s. So that will be the low for tonight. Most of you will be waking up in the 40s tomorrow morning, even down near Sanford, 39 degrees for our low tonight. I think this is really one of the first times I've seen a couple of 30s on this forecasted lows map. So moving forward, though, this is really when we're going to see some patchy frost. Patchy frost typically happens around 36 to 42 degrees for temperature. So anywhere in that areas could see some patchy frost. Heading down to freezing levels, so 32 degrees is really when we're going to see some more widespread frost. And anything colder than that, specifically 28 degrees and low, is when we're going to see a hard freeze. So that won't be more so till November, late October as well, when we could see some hard freezes. But other than that, pretty chilly for tonight. You can notice that towards mid-coast Maine, more so Rockland area, Bar Harbor as well, could see lows in the mid 40s. So not quite frost weather over there. But other than that, these lows for tonight look very cold, just looking at it as well. But moving forward, if we do see some frost, there's a couple of things you can do to protect your plants. Looking at your comments, Cameron, you cannot wait for the snow. A couple of people here, a lot of my coworkers cannot wait for the snow either. We've had a pretty wet summer, but heading towards the winter, we are entering the El Nino, which means that we're looking forward to a warmer and wetter winter if El Nino does take place. And what I mean by warmer and wetter is that we'll see more rain and mixed precipitation rather than snow. But that's still all up in the air. That's also a couple weeks away too. We still have to get through fall. We just entered fall. So I'll talk about that in about a month or so. So let's move forward on how you can really protect your plants from a frost if you're especially in areas where you could be in the upper to mid 30s overnight. There are a couple of ways to protect your plants. You can water your soil to keep wet. So if you water your soil before the before the first frost, the water in the soil can actually retain the heat, protecting the plant. You can also bring your plants inside or keep close to your house, maybe on your deck near your front door. You can also cover your plants, but if you do cover it, maybe a thin layer cover as well. And overall, just keep the plants safe. I'm also looking at your comments. Will this be my first winter in Maine? Yes, Cameron, it will be my first winter in Maine. I had winter last winter up in the White Mountains, so we were getting a lot of snow, and we were getting a lot of snow till at least March. I remember walking out of my house on a weekend, and the snow was up almost to my knees. So I am very glad to not be in that heaviness of snows. Definitely going to be one of my first winters on the coast specifically. Portland is on the coast, so first winter out on the coast. I'm very interested to compare and contrast this upcoming winter being on the coast as opposed to being in the mountains for winter. So that is also interesting as well. I'm also looking at more of your comments. Carla, no rain, please. That actually reminds me, I'll show you guys our next 7-day outlook, and I think you all will be pretty impressed. And this also has to do with frost a little bit as well, looking at those overnight lows. So this is the coast. See that temperatures are in the 60s for the next couple of days. Overnight lows to the 40s, which is really why we're pushing the frost topic right now. To the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, temperatures are in the 70s, overnight lows in the 50s. By Monday of next week, I know this is still a couple days out, a high of 79, a daytime high of 79. We could see a second summer if this continues, but still too early to tell. On the interior, where we could see some patchy frost overnight, these temperatures are warming up in general. This weekend, a little bit warmer, but by Monday, 81 degrees for our daytime high. That will be October 2nd. The first day of October is this upcoming Sunday. But you check out those overnight lows. They're actually lower than the normal low until we reach the 80s for next Monday. But the forecast it's always changing. You guys know here in New England, the weather is always changing. So we're always adjusting on the fly. Still looking at your comments. You're heading to Cumberland County Fair tomorrow. I actually may go to the fair this weekend. I've never been. Still up in the air right now if we should go, but I'd be interested. I've seen a lot of comments, and I've seen a lot of videos from the fair. I'm really interested. Maybe I'll head there this weekend. But other than for tomorrow, let me see if I can pull up the daytime for tomorrow. More so, I hope you guys are all having a good week. 2, we have some wonderful weather, not any rain in the forecast too, which is awesome. Here's a planner for tomorrow. The temperatures, this is how it's just going to be for tomorrow in general, and then that'll be the same over in Cumberland County. We're looking at 50s in the morning. Most of you will be waking up at 50 degrees. By lunchtime, temperatures will be into the mid 60s. The winds will also be light, which is pretty good. We'll be below the normal high, maybe a light jacket. If the sun is out mostly in the morning, it can warm up a little bit, but it's looking to turn mostly cloudy by the afternoon. I'm also checking out more of your comments. Are we getting snow soon? Snow is fortunately not in the forecast right now. I am thankful for that. We just got out of summer, guys. We probably won't see any snow until at least November. We're still in tropic season too. There's a lot of tropical disturbance going on right now that interesting as well. That'll go on until the end of October, early November. So I'm checking out more of your comments. No rain, please. I see that one. We've had snow up to our knees here too. Interesting. Okay. So now I'm understanding of what Maine winter could be like. But other than that, if you are in an area where you could see lows into the 30s and 40s for tonight, specifically in the 30s over if you're in Coos County or Oxford County as well, just be mindful. Maybe it's a good idea to cover your plants, especially if those temperatures are falling down into the 30s for tonight. That's only a couple of degrees away from freezing. So thank you guys for still hopping on. There's still a lot of you quite on here Thank you guys for watching. I have more information tonight on CBS 13 at 5:30. I also posted an article. I can post it onto my socials as well that you can take a look at. I have a couple of links in there for other conditions as well, what you can really expect for frost. I have a couple of links you can click on. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow on CBS 13 at noon. Thank you guys for watching.